In this video, I'll talk about the most important spiritual truths for freedom and empowerment. And the reason why this spiritual truth is so crucial to understand is that everything in your reality and everything that you do is influenced by this spiritual truth, because it is one of the most important basic elements of this reality that we experience at the moment. And once you realize this spiritual truth on a deep level, you can start to play with it and really benefit from it instead of being the victim of it. Because this is what happens a lot in this world, that people are a victim of this spiritual truth, and also the victim of people that understand this spiritual truth, that then use it against you without you even knowing it. So I'll explain the spiritual truths in a nutshell, and then I'll go into some more nuances. So what I'm talking about is that this reality is consists of polarities. And you could also call it the law of polarity, or that, there's just this basic element, this spiritual truth, that everything is a polarity. Light and dark, nature and technology, masculine and feminine, demons and angels, religion and spirituality, up and down, presence, fantasizing, manifesting something, or that everything just happens, which is a very good one to realize, especially for spiritual people who are very into manifesting, or spiritual people who are very into just letting go and everything just happens, to really see the other side. Trauma and, let's say, the benefits that trauma brings. Also, the idea that something can be really, really good, but it also has drawbacks, because everything has benefits and drawbacks, because it's yin and yang. The yang is hidden in the yin is hidden in the yang, and that's just how it works. If you investigate reality on a deeper level. I'm not saying that you have to take my word for it, but you can investigate for yourself. Is this a truth? So why this is so crucial to understand is just, like one part of it is the point that I just made. Everything has benefits and drawbacks. So the thing that you really, really want and that you really, really desire, that also has drawbacks. You want that perfect partner, but it also has drawbacks. You want to have a successful business, but that also has drawbacks. Because we're often infatuated by certain ideas and things that we want. And then that's because we don't see the complete picture, that it has benefits and drawbacks. And then another reason why this is important is when you're going through certain, let's say, difficult experiences, you can start to really look at them and experience them, that they will at some point, if you are aware, of course, and you do the work, will bring certain benefits, because this is how reality works, that the bad things lead to the good and the good things also lead to the bad, because it is also an energy flow between polarities. These are literally energies that ebb and flow. It's like a rhythm. And another important aspect of this is between you and other people. You are, when you're communicating with someone else, often a certain polarity. Unless, of course, you switch, you try to see the other person's view really well, but you can feel in your body that, especially when there's like a conflict, let's say somebody has a certain viewpoint, let's say they have the viewpoint personality is changeable, and maybe somebody else has the viewpoint personality is not changeable, like you are who you are, and the other person says, you can change anything about yourself. So who is right? Well, in the essence, they're both right. So if you go the middle way and integrate both of these seemingly opposites, then you really get more to truth. You integrate them both because they both have benefits and drawbacks. And when you integrate both of them, then that's really where the gold lies. But the conflicts happen when people are really stuck in one side. Personality is just only changeable or, personality is completely fixed. If you have that rigid polarity, then you will have clashes with other people that are from a different polarity. And this is what you see in the world a lot. This is why conflicts happen. This is why, they can set up, Republicans against Democrats. Why they can make the black people hate the white people, or the white people hate the black people, or the Palestine people or the Israeli people. Oh, are you for Ukraine or are you for Russia? Or all these polarity battles, because for the people at the top that realize this spiritual truth, it is like a chessboard. You just create a polarity here, you create a division here, and then you start to basically make those polarities clash, which of course these polarities are people, but they embody certain energies and then they clash. And this is really important to understand, because otherwise you're just being played by the world. This is how they control the world. Yes, they also have a lot of money. Yes, they also can influence people so that they are inside certain polarities. But in the essence, that is what it is. That's how you control the chessboard if you're up there. And then also they just consciously create this opposition. One of the interesting things that you see a lot at the moment, which is just an interesting thing for these times, is that a lot of people are going towards more monotheistic religions because they're looking for meaning and spirituality. And you can have many viewpoints on that. They have like good spiritual truths in that if you look at it from a certain perspective. However, it's also maybe in reaction that they seem, or they like how can I say, like in music videos and other kind of let's say media, there seems to be a certain tendency for maybe certain demonic kind of energies or something like that. But and then of course the other people go towards more the light, and that's kind of a reaction towards that, if you know what I mean. So the crucial thing to understand is that these people that do these types of things, they are also masters of polarity. That's why they have more power. They've been doing it for a longer time. They understand these things on a certain level. Maybe not in the way exactly that I'm explaining it. Maybe they have like a sort of different viewpoint on it. But in essence, this is what it is. This is how you control people. And then also, your power is also in the darkness. So the demonic is just as valuable as the angelic. And this is really something to really ponder and understand, that it is not either or. It's not like, oh no, it's only white. What would white be without black? Both these energies are necessary in evolution, in consciousness. And if you really go into your own shadows and darkness, that's where you find your greatest light. If you're only in the light, well, these are the people that create the most horrible atrocities in the world. Because these are the people that are not aware of their own shadow. I would much more rather trust somebody that is openly into, let's say more dark things, and I can see like, okay, they're really working with that in an authentic way. I would trust that person way more than some light spiritual guru that didn't integrate his or her shadows. So yeah, to come back to the main point, polarity. So what I'm trying to explain is that this is an energy. You can feel it also. Try to be aware when you're talking to people, when they're saying certain things. What triggers you? Well, that's often a polarity. They have a different viewpoint than you in that moment. Maybe they disapprove of something that you like, or maybe they like something that you disapprove of. Maybe they have a different viewpoint. And what a polarity that is different than yours often does, it creates a feeling of, let's say, a little bit unsafety, or no, I am the right one, or no, this is the truth. And it can be quite subtle, but this is how conflicts start. This is the essence of it, because in the essence, you can also just look at the other person's viewpoint and see like, okay, it has certain benefits, certain drawbacks, and then more from a neutral, non-dual state, you could say, more from neutrality, then you know what, I feel more inspired to go this direction, or I see it in this way, and this is how I am going to live my life. And this is why it's also the essence of freedom, because other people literally control you if you don't understand this. And they might even do it unconsciously. They literally control you if you are so reactive to what they're saying, how they're viewing a reality. No, this is the right way. Oh no, this is the right way. And yeah, then on a macro level, like I explained, this is also how they control society, or how other people can even control society. Because this is also a really important thing to understand in terms of why they don't really want you to access this more deeper spiritual truth that is more beneath just picking a side. Like, oh no, I am on team red, I am on team blue. Yeah, what they often say is, I am on team red and you are on team blue. I am good and you are bad. And when I say it like that, okay, everybody understands, okay, maybe this is not the exact truth. But when you go to a little bit more complicated subjects, where there's like a lot of identity involved, certain groups that think they are the chosen people, then conflicts can happen very easily. And that is because they are over-identified with a certain polarity, a certain side of reality, and they're not really loving the other side. And when you, as a person, understand this spiritual truth on a deeper level, and you can research it more, think about it. I want to keep this video a little bit on the shorter side, but it's really good to look at this. This is the essence of personal and spiritual growth, or at least one really, really important part of it. And it will also keep you from, giving your power away, and not also to be confused. Oh, this person says you have to let go, and this person says you have to intend and take action. Who is right? Well, they're both right, because you integrate these polarities together. It is a paradox that you integrate. And then, from that place, you can be truly free and empowered, because you can choose. You are really the authority of your reality and your own inner world. And from that place, you can be much more effective in reaching your goals, in manifesting the things that you desire, and also to be a free human being in this world and not be controlled by other people in your life or people that you meet, but also not from social engineers or certain, fake authorities that say, oh, this is what you need to do, or this is how you need to live your life. This is the best for us all, or, all these narratives and interesting marketing stories that they create around certain teams in the world that then make you feel like, oh, I have to do this thing. But they are just playing this polarity game to get people into certain polarities. And that is also why they use the good for the bad, because you can't use only bad for the bad. They will get people to really buy into, what is the best for us all. but underneath there is like a hidden agenda. But if you are very polarized, you don't see this, because then you start to filter more of these, things in the world, and also, are more polarized towards a certain direction. And that is somebody that is much more easily controlled. And this is also why they don't really want you to access really your true power, which comes also from this spiritual truth. When you can integrate different polarities, different sides of the polarity, integrate your light and integrate your dark, integrate your masculine side and your feminine side. Integrate the 4 elements, fire, water, earth, and air. Integrate them into your being. And then you become much more powerful. And you're a free thinker. You really think for yourself. You're not so much influenced by the herd. And also not this, higher fake authority that says this is what you need to do. Like a slave god. You are an independent thinker. You are more enlightened. Because you're not stuck. You can also be flexible. When somebody says, you know what, I believe personality is completely fixed. You don't have this instinctive reaction if you are from that other side. Or let's say you're a Democrat or a Republican. You're not like so triggered when somebody has a different viewpoint. And this raising of this awareness about this spiritual truth will lead to that the consciousness of humanity will go to a higher level. And then we can create a society where there is actually more freedom and we are empowered and we are really accessing our true potential as humanity. Because before that, a lot of people are just being played. And that's just something to ponder and think about and to observe in your own life, because realizing this spiritual truth that everything is polarity, and that when you integrate polarities and are open to other polarities, that is really where your freedom begins and really where your empowerment resides. And that's why it's a really important thing to ponder and look at and to integrate. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to leave them in the comments. And also, if you want more videos like this, make sure to subscribe. And you could also find some kind of free giveaway below about basically healing your own subconscious blockages. So you can go down here and then press the link, and it will take you to a place where you can get this free PDF on how to heal subconscious blockages, because that's a really important aspect of personal spiritual growth and will also really elevate your personal spiritual growth to the next level. So that's all for this video.